engine, the boiler pressure is supposed to operate at 265.
And the SP is
that what that thing's for?
where I live,
That was that the one that has back
Steam
pressure?
chest pressure, yeah, that's
So
probably.
that was the end of that. But it was interesting hearing about that. The only the other problem
So,
we had was
Come on over and be the fireman for a second.
All right.
The fruit. That business had kind of dried up because of the trucking.
Okay, so when you're the
Still
fireman,
do some of that, but there's not a whole
your
lot.
job is to make
And
sure
they
the
also lost
atomizer squirts the oil
business.
into
They
the
used to
fire,
assemble
okay?
Okay.
So you gotta make sure
Cars. In
you watch the water glass up here very carefully, just like you would at the Colorado Railroad Museum. You watch the water glass. You watch the boiler pressure because you gotta keep it at 265, all right?
All right.
You watch the fire. You want to see an orange flame with a white glow behind it.
And then
That
they were
means you
not
got a
able to
good
take
fire.
advantage of the chemical
It's
in
burning
this,
right.
because the chemical
This
style,
squirts the oil
they
into the
produce a lot
fire.
of,
Okay.
basic fertilizer.
Now
and
normally when the
plastics.
engine is moving,
Pellets, you know, those
there's a
are
feed water heater that pumps hot water into the
So
boiler
they were
at
not
the
able
front
to
of the
take
engine.
advantage of that.
Okay.
All right.
But if you're standing still
Unfortunate failure.
and you need to get water into the boiler, you use this thing.
People blame
No.
Stanford University because they followed their business
And
school.
and so, which one of these is the like injector for?
And then they blast them.
The injector.
To put what? This one is for when the locomotive is standing still.
You have a feed water pump.
Oh, so if you turn one of these,
And I think it's this one.
oh,
Consequently, PG&E has some of the
must be a
This
lot
is
of
hot
things.
water. This is hot water. It's either this one or this one. I'm not
granted the right to raise
too
it.
much on the cab of the 700. This is the first day I've ever been in
And
it.
up
so.
here, it's
Oh.
great because it's got the bottom of the lane. Yes.
Is
The
the
4449 cab is a lot more intricate.
Definitely.
have you ever had the 4449 cab open for a day or two?
Yes.
They're going to go up and
Normally we would have the 49 cab.
Did they actually? But did they start because of the fires? I don't.
And why isn't it right now?
They have
Because they're working on it.
the transmission lights that spark.
I hear that 700 had either is or has just finished being worked on. So is
Yeah.
that why the cab is open?
Pardon?
Is that why the 700 cab is open?
Right.
No, because we normally have a cab open and they decided to open the cab of the 700. But then they said, oh, people are going to fall out the other side.
The system.
So they had a table sitting here this morning, and now they've taken the table away. So people could fall over the broom and fall off the engine.
Yeah, they did.
You can't be in here unless you're with a docent. So.
All right.
And so what they did in San Francisco.
Wow. Being
This cab is much smaller than the cab on the
Yeah,
49.
you see them.
and also this rope here, that's the bell, right?
And a manhole cover right
Could
below.
be,
And
yes.
there's a giant tank underneath there. Right. Okay. And they also had a system of pumps where they could also pump from the bay.
I'd like to
a
know,
high pressure
but
main system. And I got to go
Yeah,
in there.
in fact,
one
that
time.
is the bell.
And it was, they had the old boilers in there for that. They had this big line of boilers and they had all the steam pumps for that
Now,
thing.
the interesting
They
thing about this
replaced it
engine is
with,
the design was for a
diesel,
coal-burning engine.
Down. But you know, it's all independent. So
But
if
they
there's a
built it
power
to burn
failure,
oil.
Right. You could crank up the diesel engines
But you
to
can
run the
see
electric
from this
generators and pump
this
the
thing
water.
at the tender that there was a coal bunker here
Okay.
at one point. Not, there wasn't one. They never
I
had a
always
coal
loved that old
bunker.
technology.
But the design was for a coal
The
bunker.
new technology's good too. Yeah, that's always really interesting.
Well, thank you for taking me into the cab, sir.
My pleasure. Come on. I also have to take you out of the cab. And you can leave that in front. Put it on the bench in the front of the place.
Oh.
You don't have to carry it around. Nobody will steal your stuff.
Sorry, I didn't know that.